I hear all the time, I'm sure you do too, that, I could never work with my spouse.
Well,
So we are fairly unique in that. I mean, I know other couples that are in business together, and quite a few in Investor Fuel that work together as a team. Definitely the majority of folks do not work with their spouse.
no, and it's not an easy ride either.
Amy's parents work together. They're entrepreneurs. My parents work together. They're entrepreneurs. So it's normal for us.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I can acknowledge that most people aren't in that situation, so they didn't grow up with it. But yeah, it can be very tough at times, because when you have a bad day at work and you disagree on something, it's hard to
Agree at home.
yeah, it's hard to decouple.
Yeah.
I think that's where people who do have a hard time working with their spouse really fall into, is they're not able to decouple, or they take it personal.
You have to really learn not to take things personal, because
Yeah.
it's really not when it's at work. It feels like it is a lot, especially somebody who feels a lot,
Yes, feeling.
and he doesn't.
I have. It's nothing. It can be tough, but you have to let it go. I mean, there's times that we don't agree on things, and it's just let it go and go home. And
You also have to, at the end of the day, decide what's more important, your partner or the business. And there's a lot of times that John and I haven't been seeing eye to eye. We go home and we say, let's stop, because at the end of the day, this is more important. And that helps us get through just about everything and make it work.
Yep. And part of the other challenge is, a lot of times couples have a lot of things in common, but they're also very different. And you and I have a lot in common, and we're generally on the same page, thinking along the same lines. But there are some things that I do that just absolutely drive me nuts at times. I mean, I'm a very, very systems, let's do it the exact same way every time, unless there's a modification that we know we need to change that'll improve something. They'll just change it to change it.
I like processes and systems. Let's get it done now. Like, we've got to solve this right now. And sometimes those systems and processes get in the way. And so I have to step back out of that a lot of times, or else this one and I are going to go at it.
I think part of where we get in that is, yes, things need to be handled, they need to be taken care of, but let's make sure we don't run into the same issue next time. Or if we do, we know how to react, or our staff knows how to react, so it's not as large of an issue.
Where in the moment, I'm like, well, let's just get it done, and then we'll talk about why it happened and what we can do.